Hey, y'all, picture Thesa crowded riverside diner on a warm summer evening, the kind where the air smells like fried chicken and sweet tea, and the hum of chatter's almost drowned out by clinking glasses. That's where Sarah Johnson, a 29-year-old waitress with a smile that could light up a room, found herself staring down a storm nobody saw coming. It started with a scream sharp, panicked, slicing through the noise like a knife. Two kids, maybe 9 or 10, twins Liam and Lucas were playing too close to the river's edge, their little sneakers slipping on the wet grass. Sarah didn't think twice. She dropped her tray, sprinted over, and yanked them back just as the current tugged at their ankles. Her heart was pounding, her uniform soaked, but those boys were safe, clinging to her like she was their lifeline. You'd think that'd be the end of it, right? A quick thank you, maybe a free dessert for the hero of the night. But nah, life ain't that simple. Enter Richard Caldwell, the boy's dad, a big-shot lawyer with a suit sharper than his temper. He stormed across the patio, face red as a beet, and bellowed, "Sarah, what the hell were you doing with my kids?" The crowd froze, forks halfway to mouths. Sarah, still catching her breath, stammered, "To save them, sir." They were about to fall in. But Richard wasn't hearing it. He stepped closer, towering over her, his voice dripping with venom. "You expect me to believe that? You're just a nobody looking for a quick buck, aren't you? Staged this whole thing to sue me, huh?" Oh, man, the sting of those words nobody. Sarah's a black woman, working double shifts to help her mom pay rent, and here's this guy, assuming the worst because of who she is. The crowd murmured, some looking away, others glaring at Richard, but nobody stepped in. Sarah's hands shook, not from fear, but from the sheer weight of being misjudged. She pulled out her phone, hands still wet from the river, and showed him the diner's security footage clear as day, the boys slipping, her diving in. "Look," she said, voice steady despite the tears pricking her eyes, "I didn't ask for this." Richard swatted the phone away, snarling, "Don't play me with that crap. You're just a lowlife trying to scam your way up." That's when the twins, little Liam and Lucas, piped up, their voices small but fierce. "Dad, stop it. She saved us." Lucas grabbed his dad's sleeve, eyes wide. "We slipped, and Sarah pulled us out. She's a hero." Richard froze, his hand still raised like he might have done something stupid if those kids hadn't spoken up. You could see the gears turning, the anger melting into something else, shame, maybe, or the slow realization he'd been dead wrong. Sarah stood there, river water dripping down her arms, and something shifted inside her. She wasn't just a waitress anymore. She was someone who'd stared down danger and prejudice in the same breath. Richard muttered an apology, barely audible, but it was enough to crack open the moment. The crowd started clapping, soft at first, then louder, like they were waking up from a bad dream. An old lady nearby whispered, "That's a real hero right there." And Sarah, still shaken, gave her a small nod. But this wasn't just about one night. That video went viral, folks on YouTube calling Sarah everything from guardian angel to the kind of person we need more of. The attention was overwhelming, but it lit a fire in her. She started meeting with Richard, who, to his credit, was trying to make things right. They dreamed up a scholarship fund for kids from neighborhoods like Sarah's, places where dreams get buried under bills and long shifts. She poured her heart into it, talking about her mom, a nurse who worked nights, and her little brother, who wanted to be an engineer but couldn't afford the books. It wasn't all smooth sailing. Some folks at the diner, regulars, even co-workers, got weird about it. Whispers about Sarah getting too big for her britches, or worse, online trolls saying the whole thing was staged. One guy at the bar, some loudmouth named Greg, smirked and said, "Don't let the fame go to your head, sweetheart. Heroes like you fade fast." Sarah just smiled, cool as a cucumber, and shot back, "Maybe, but actions stick around longer than words." Mic drop, right? The real climax came at the scholarship launch, a packed community center, kids with big dreams holding certificates, their families cheering like it was a rock concert. Sarah took the stage, her voice steady but warm, like she was talking to each person individually. "This isn't about me," she said. "It's about us believing in each other, lifting each other up, no matter where we come from." The room erupted, and for a moment, it felt like the whole city was holding its breath, united in something bigger. Now, Here's the thing: Sarah's story didn't tie up neatly. Back at the diner, some folks still side-eyed her, uncomfortable with how one act of courage shook up their world. The scholarship's growing, but so's the pushback, people saying it's too much, too fast. Sarah keeps going, though, balancing trays and dreams with the same quiet grit. She's not sure what's next, but she knows one thing. Change starts messy, and it's never just one person's fight. So what do y'all think? Was Sarah a hero, or just someone in the right place at the right time? And what about Richard? Can people like him really change? Or is it all just guilt talking? Drop a comment, tell me where you're watching from, and let's talk, because stories like this don't end. They just keep rippling out, waiting for us to decide what comes next.